Well, day 5 of our trip away. It's 6:20, so I've had a bit of a lie-in today. It's time to take the dogs for a wander, so that's what I'm going to do. But instead of going over the field where we went yesterday, because there are cattle in there this morning, well, I'll wander down to the quarry. A really good night's sleep. I think I heard one car and that was it. Apart from that, nothing. I didn't wake up, and as far as I know, Keith didn't wake up. So what have we got planned for today? Well, we've had a look at a couple of places that we fancy visiting. But other than that, we don't really know at the moment. Back to the van, have some breakfast, and take it from there. Let's go this way. Didn't rain in the night, thought it was going to, because there was a little bit of drizzle just before we went to bed, which was just about 10:30, I think, so quite a late night really for us. We're usually in bed about 10ish when we're away in the van, because we're usually so tired. And we had some late nights the previous nights. There is an information board where we parked up, so it might tell us something about this little quarry. I'll have a look when I get back. I don't think we're going to get much further that way, so we'll have to go down there. Ready for a cup of coffee anyway now. Come on then, you lot. You ready for breakfast? Are you ready for breakfast? Are you ready for breakfast? Come on then. Go on now. Just gonna have a look at this board. Access land. Oh, pity the map's been damaged. So where are we? Well, as I think we mentioned in yesterday's video, the last video, we're in the Forest of Bowland, which is an area of outstanding natural beauty, a unique area of exceptional wildlife value. And the upland areas of heather-dominated moorland and blanket bog are rich in plant life and internationally important for many threatened species of bird, including merlin, golden plover, ringoozle and the hen harrier. So it's access land that we were just on, which offers some of the roughest and most remote walking in Lancashire, and linked with a network of public rights of way, which gives plenty of scope for enjoyable and challenging walks. We're still not doing a lot of walking because Keith's still getting the strength up in his ankle, but there is lots to see. And this information sign has a strange visitor. Is she the watcher of Delph Lane? So we're just planning where to go, and me and maps don't mix, so Keith is the route master. So on a map, Forest of Bowland is.
Forest of Bowland is really bounded by the M6. And then the road across here to, what's that, the 687? 683? 687? All round, that's the sort of area. So Settle, west of Settle, over to Lancaster, really.
When you've got the Dales.
You've got the Dales and this way, and then the lakes up that way. So, and it's sort of Kirby Lonsdale is probably the top end of it.
So, we're thinking about going to a cheese shop. Some Lancashire cheese.
Yeah. And perhaps come back up past where we were last night and through round into Dunstop Bridge area.
Mm-hmm.
And perhaps, I don't know.
Because you were saying, weren't you, there's no roads basically through the middle.
No, there's the one road through the middle. There's a big patch here underneath that's not got any roads, and a big patch to the north that's not got any roads. So we'll have to see where we get to.
Okay. We know there's a couple of things at Dunstop Bridge we want to look at anyway, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
So, but, do we want to get some cheese?
Yes.
Grommet?
Yes. Sounds like a good plan. But there's plenty to see around here. There's the reservoir, Stocks Reservoir, Staidburn, but Dunstop Bridge is obviously where we want to go at some point. We've also been told that there's a White Well is a nice place to look at. So we'll just see where we get to.
Yeah. I mean, we've not made any firm plans, have we? There's a couple of places we know we want to see, but otherwise, off we go.
Off we go. It's early, so we'll get there.
We'll need a.
We do.
We do.
And a piece of cheese.
I've only had one.
I have as well. Come on. But we're at where are we at? The can't remember where we're at.
Somewhere.
We're at a visitor centre. The toilets were. The centre's not open yet.
Beacon Fell
visitor centre. But the toilets were really clean. The family room's got hot water, so we've had a good, nice wash. So yeah, can't fault this place.
And it's, I mean, parking's
suspended
at the moment, isn't it? But it's only £1 for a full day.
Yep.
So, and there's plenty of walks to do, different trails for different abilities. So it's one we'll be coming back to, I think.
Probably later on the week, perhaps.
Yeah. Says Nab. So this is where we're going for our Lancashire cheese. I did make Keith slam the brakes on, say I need to video the sign. Buy local, support local producers, as we always say we like to do. Hello. Hello. Can you say hello? How are you thinking about it? Hello. Hello. Nice selection of fruit and veg. Sorry, I know you're not liking this. The camera doesn't like the lighting in here. The last farm-made raw cow's milk Lancashire cheese. Morning. We've come for some proper Lancashire cheese. I don't know. You're the Lancashire lad.
Yeah. All that cheese in there, you know, the same way every day, different so about 2 months, 3 to 4 months, yeah, from 6 months plus that one, it's like 8 months old that one. This side's pretty empty, now we're just filling it out.
Alright, okay, thank you. Oh, it smells lovely. Because you're used to it? Or? Now that's a bit of cheese, isn't it? Again, sorry for the strobing, but...
12.80 is still each.
So that was Mrs. Kirkham's Lancashire cheese. If you're in the area, pop in. We'll put a link to their website in our description on this video. We came away with some lovely cheeses. Couldn't do much videoing in there because there was music on, so... But we got 3 different Lancashire cheeses. We've got a big lump of
Mature cheddar, mature Lancashire, garlic and parsley.
Lancashire again. They're all Lancashire, aren't
And
they?
smoked Lancashire.
And he was very kindly gave us some sourdough bread for free, which is a cheese and marmite. That's got some of you pulling faces, hasn't it? And a cheese and chilli sourdough. So they're going to be nice, aren't they?
They are.
What was that diet?
Too nice for you lot. We haven't got any room.
Very helpful. Very nice gentleman in there. Letting us go in and have a look at the cheeses as well. So that was Mrs. Kirkham's cheese farm shop. And now we're heading off to somewhere that could be a little bit controversial. In fact, it is a little bit controversial. I'll tell you why when we get there.
on now. Come on.
Oh, so brave. Is that it?
Go for a swim.
Stop.
Yeah, go for a swim.
Good boy. Is that it?
Nice little place where I just let the dogs get out for a wee, a paddle.
Don't know what that is, but
We've just arrived at Dunstop Bridge, which is where we're heading for. Had to stop and look at this little church. Nice little one. So we saw the massive, not a carving, is it? Not a statue, is it? What is it? It's a monument of an angel. I suppose we can walk round to it. It's like some very old graves. Very ornate. These are the newer graves. Very new. Well, it is 11:45, almost midday. I don't think we've ever gone this long on a trip without finding somewhere for a coffee. We've had one coffee today. One coffee. That was one that we made in the van. So this is the Duchy of Lancaster, Dunstop Bridge Post Office. So we said that we were taking you somewhere that was, or could be, a little bit controversial. And it's here. But when we sit down for a coffee, we'll tell you a little bit more about why that is. So, as you saw, this is Dunstop Bridge, which is apparently the dead centre of the United Kingdom.
Somebody's going to say it's not, but
I said it's controversial because there have been other studies to say it isn't. But there is a phone box somewhere here that says it is. And apparently it's the dead centre of the United Kingdom, taking in all the islands, including all the large and small islands of the United Kingdom. So it might be. We might be in the dead centre of the United Kingdom.
it's a good story if it's not.
We might not. And if we're not, we're eating a Cornish pasty here anyway and having our first cup of coffee, apart from breakfast. We'll have this and we'll go and see where we can find the phone box. So we just had a coffee at Puddleduck's Tea Rooms, which, in all honesty, was a little bit disappointing because it was only a takeaway service. The actual tea rooms wasn't open. And it could have been a bit friendlier. There wasn't much of a service with a smile there. But it filled a hole. Anyway, I'm going to swing you around now because the phone box that we mentioned, oh, look at Speedy there, he's already near it. It's just up here. Sadly not a traditional red phone box, but
100,000 public payphone.
Dunstop Bridge at the centre of Great Britain. So maybe I was wrong because I said United Kingdom. Great Britain. So we are here, and not going to point them all out, but Inverness, John O'Groats,
Land's End,
Bournemouth,
and somewhere here, Weymouth.
that London,
Where you're from.
Manchester, Blackpool, where we pointed out the tower in our last video.
Yeah.
Not much to look at, but a quirky tourist attraction. It is a shame it's not a red phone box, but they're becoming few and far between now, aren't they?
Yeah.
So whether it is, sorry,
it's still a phone.
it's still a phone box, yeah, not a library or anything. So whether it is at the dead centre of Great Britain or not, if you come to Dunstop Bridge, you could always come and make a call there. But not press button A or B?
No.
Oh, that's
Gone are those days.
That's an old joke for old people. And after that last church that we looked at, this nondescript building here is St George's Church, Dunstop Bridge. Very plain, very simple.
Oh, it's like a canal.
It is, and that style of bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sort of the banking all around.
They did that on cue, didn't they? So we've just pulled up here, it's somewhere else we wanted to look at. And it's a very decorated cow nose. You're not going to show us though, are you? No, you're not going to show us, are you? So this is Sorley Abbey. This Cistercian monastery was founded in January 1147 by William de Percy and colonised by monks from Newminster Abbey in Northumberland. Well, that was really interesting meeting that gentleman.
It was.
So you'll see a little bit of the Abbey in today's video, but he taught us and walked us around and showed us some things that we weren't actually seeing on the notice board. No. So we'll put a full video out with the drone footage and everything for this one.
I think so.
It's a very interesting place, and as I said to him, it's not one that's really well advertised.
No.
I mean, alright, yes, we've said we don't know the Forest of Bowland, but even nationally, we've not, well, I've not heard of it.
No.
So, and he was also saying that this area is one of the Queen's favourites.
Is he?
Yeah, and she actually stays quietly in this area.
Alright.
Without it really being advertised.
Continue half a mile to the end of the street, then turn right.
That's coffee.
She's taken us somewhere he's just told us about that we should go for coffee, so off we go.
Coffee's calling.
Ding dong. The village of Downham, which has been recommended to us, as has this coffee shop. And if we get a coffee shop recommended to us,
I've got to try it.
yeah, definitely. It looks very nice. So we're going to have a coffee first, then we're going to have ice cream, and there's some really nice flavours. And I know what I'll be having. I'll be having the Jaffa cake. But here's another one I've never seen before. Vimto. And we'll tell you a bit more about this village in a sec. But that might just give you a clue. So it's coffee first.
It is. Then an ice cream.
Cheers. So this is the village of Downham. And it's got, I wouldn't say a famous past, but it is quite well known for to be used as a filming location, isn't it? by more than Campervan tales. The Secret of Crickley Hall was the latest one, which made about 3 years, filmed about 3 years ago. Born and Bred, which was a TV series. I think that was James Bolam, from what I remember, from a few years ago.
And then Richard Attenborough's first director.
Whistle Down the Wind, and that was filmed here as well. So that's over 50 years ago, because on the wall I've just shown you it said 50 years ago. I don't know how old that newsprint was. So if we can get Google, we'll tell you. But yeah, and it is a lovely little village. Once we've had coffee and ice cream, there is an information centre, so we'll go and have a look at that. I'm sure that'll have more information. Correction.
Richard Attenborough produced Whistle Down the Wind. The 3 Lancastrian farm children discover a bearded fugitive hiding in their barn and mistake him for Jesus Christ. They come to this conclusion because of their Sunday school stories. That's the premise of the film.
That was nice.
It was very nice.
There's only one thing for it now, though.
Ice cream.
Yeah. That's a big one, Mr. Ashworth. Cars.
They're both the same, so.
Jaffa cake. Thank you. Oh, that was nice.
It was very nice.
Lovely little village. Looks like the manor house up there.
Posh here.
Why? Lavatories.
Lavatories, not toilets.
Let's go and have a look at this information centre. So that's different then. Bike repair stand. And a pump.
With all the tools.
A good idea. Yeah. George Fox was the founder of the Quakers. After his vision on Pendle Hill, he descended into Downham. He repaired to the public house where he told the landlord of his visionary experience. The landlord was so inspired he immediately converted to become one of Fox's followers. The worldwide Quaker movement now numbers over 400,000 followers. And the quote is, "And so at night we came to an alehouse and stayed all night and declared much to the man of the house. And the man of the house did spread the paper up and down, and was mightily affected with truth." And George Fox, 1624 to 1691. Okay, here we go. Here's a plaque. Brian Forbes' classic film Whistle Down the Wind, starring Hayley Mills and Alan Bates, was filmed in Downham, 1961. Now, I don't want it to become a thing on this channel, but I'm going to take them in the gents' toilets.
Again.
Just slightly different from your normal run-of-the-mill row of urinals. I just like these. Like an old cattle barn. Or somewhat. Not as nice as in the last video, but they're different. They're alright, aren't they? Right, I promise you, that's the last time I'm taking you in the gents. At least in this series. So we found tonight's park up. No signs saying no overnight camping, so we're alright. But wait till you see this view. Might be a bit windy, but you're ready for this. That's not bad, is it? Well, it's going to be a simple tea tonight, seeing that we were given some bread. We bought some nice cheese. We've got some cocktail sausages that need using up. It's going to be cheese and cocktail sausages on toast. And we're using the smoked Lancashire cheese that we bought this morning on the sourdough bread, which is Marmite.
Marmite.
So that should be a nice combination. So if you make toasties, the Big Professional's not the best one because it's a bit too deep. Better than the Ridge Monkeys for squashing them together. They'll taste alright. Well, we hoped to give you a sunset to end this video on. And there it is. We hope you've enjoyed today's adventures. If you have, give us a thumbs up. Please leave a comment. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. We've got plenty more adventures to come on this trip. We don't know where yet. It might be around here. It might be the lakes. Or it might be the Dales. Keep watching to find out. But for now, thank you for watching.